good and what is evil, and punish what is evil and what is good, and engage in relationship and in conduct and in behavior that is so good that it reaches and does more good to the largest number of people possible. That's utilitarianism. So, but as Christians, should we do worse things like those that want to do bad things and worse things? But I can only speak of what I know and what I see and what I hear. If Nigeria as a country wanted him dead, so that the problem will pass away, or they wanted a harm to be done to him, and I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu or Sunday Igboho, but they're not the only one, because we know from what we know and what we see, there were more than one country that were interested in him, his life. It's not just only Nigeria. And we are already giving that message before. And then because of those countries that were interested in that, and now that they captured him wherever they captured him. Yes, their plan failed because God intervened. I said it before, God intervened in his life that he's alive today. If God did not intervene, then nobody would have known what happened to him. He just disappear and be missing and die, whatever they do, like they're doing, for example, in Nigeria. A lot of people are missing there. Nobody can account for them. And their families will wait, and they will see them, and they will never see them again because they already died. They've been killed by whatever evil and wickedness that took place there. So we want you to also know that for those who are his supporters, in case this message gets to them, for them to know and be grateful to God that kept him alive today. Even as he is in the jail right now, to be honest, if they have actually released him right away, and even in now that you will find politicians from his environment, and even in the southeast, in the Igbo tribe where they come from, that we even want to kill him for political gain, which makes it a problem for Nigerian government. You remember the prophecy then that was given, that whosoever hand that touches his life, or any group, or any tribe, or any nation, that those people will suffer the wrath of God. Remember when that message prophecy came, and of course you see what is happening already. As we know, some people are already gone. We don't know what has happened to them. We are waiting for them to tell us how suddenly somebody died. That was, I learned is somebody, Kenya High Commissioner. And Kenya is now denying any involvement in the whole thing. And what about other nations and other people that were all in cohorts, a master plan? But you see that if you pray and you trust God, God will always come to your rescue, and God will always defend you. When the tree is ready to be felled, suddenly trees are falling. There was a saying then that trees will fall. And the trees are falling, but nobody knew when the tree was cut down. And in your life, so we're saying do not despair. For those of you that have found somebody, at least one person, who cares about your interest, that is concerned about your pain and your suffering, that you want to trust to probably be able to lead you, to help you. But because they are not a sovereign and not a government, they are limited by the things that they're able to do. But you know that if you trust God, God will work not just only to defend you, but God can grant. That's why we are saying that it's better, instead of scattering everybody, to organize and unite people first, so that you can come to agreement and conformity with God, your creator. Because if you come to God, and if you trust God, and if you put your faith in God and you believe in God, wonders happen. Signs and wonders happen. That's why we encourage you as the soldiers also for you. And what lesson will you learn? Because we are using Nnamdi Kanu as a reference to teach a lesson to you in the Sunday school today. It could be you in jail. It could be you arrested. It could be you kidnapped. I'm not wishing this on any one of you because this is not your portion. And the Lord will not let this to happen to you. But I am saying, no matter your circumstances, there must be something that you are suffering of, or something you need, or some pain, because we know we are not in paradise yet. So everybody got something and some challenge that they're facing too. My message is for you to be faithful to God and trust God. Even if the house is falling down, even if everything is happening, remain faithful, because if you are faithful, God will be faithful to you. In every other circumstances, no matter the situations. And I give you an example of Joseph. If you remember the story of Joseph, Joseph was taken by his own brothers, just like similarly to what Nnamdi Kanu faced, and sold him into slavery. And on going to his masters, everything he touches is blessed. Everything that Joseph put his hand prosper. And the master said, oh, I see that God is with you because you always succeed in everything you do. So he was pleased with the slave that he bought. And then he goes up, being a good looking and handsome man. Potiphar came to seduce him. And when he said, no, don't bring that foolishness to me. And then he turned around and lied against Joseph, crying to her husband. And then Joseph went into jail. And when Joseph went to jail, from there, he also met Judah, the two people still that was in jail from the king's, from Pharaoh.